Big toes together, knees are nice and wide. We will extend those arms forward. As you extend your arms forward, glance to your hands, spread those fingers nice and wide. Place the thumb, the index finger, middle finger, fourth finger, fifth finger down to your mat. So really allow that mindful, conscious connection of your hands to your mat, and then gently place the forehead down. As your forehead rests down to your mat, gently rock your head from left to right. Just allowing yourselves to gently massage the space of your forehead. Bring some awareness to this space. And then you'll find that stillness here. As you find the stillness, almost feel like you could push out of your hands and pull that tailbone a little closer to your heels. So our arms are nice and long. Maybe even taking those hands a little wider if you need to give your shoulders some space. Feel that gentle stretch already into the side of the body. As we focus the breath to the lateral ribs, so to the outside edge of the rib cage. Take a nice deep full breath in. All the way out. One more like this. All the way out. Walk those hands a big step around to the left. As both hands walk to the left again, look to the hands, spread the fingers wide, pull the right hip back to your heel, let your forehead rest, stretch into that side body, full breath in, all the way out. Bring those hands back through center, big step to the right, reach with that left hand, place those hands mindfully to the floor, pulling that left hip back, breathe into the sides of the ribs. Feel that length as the left hip pulls to the left heel, nice deep full breath in, all the way out. And bringing those hands back through center. Let's now roll on through to all fours. Once we get to all fours, place those knees to beneath your hips. So take your time again. We're spreading the fingers wide to start with. Fingertips are pointing forward. Find your inhale. Gently pull the hips back to your heels. Exhale. Inhale, round the spine, roll through. Exhale, gently extend the spine and pull those hips back. Exhale, round the spine, roll through. Exhale, pull those hips back. Inhale, round and roll through. Exhale, pull those hips back. So as you're rounding the spine, even let the top of the head fall heavy. Feel that flexion. And then gently feeling that extension. Rolling through with a flexed spine. Gently extending the spine, pulling the hips back. Once more here. And then you'll come back to all fours. As you arrive here, turn your fingertips to point outward. As the fingertips point outward, allow your chest to sink with your cat-cow. Inhale, sink the chest, sink the belly, lift the tailbone, looking forward and up. And then exhale, tuck the tail, scoop the belly, round the spine, head falls down. Inhale, sink the belly and chest, pull that heart through. Exhale, round. Some of you might choose to keep your fingertips here. Others who'd like to go a little deeper, turn your fingertips to face your knees. It's quite strong here. So feeling that stretch through the front of your forearms. Sink that belly and chest, lift the tailbone, inhale. Exhale, scoop and round. Inhale, sink the belly and chest. Exhale, scoop and round. Allowing yourselves that choice now. If you prefer to have your fingertips pointing forward, come back to traditional hand shape. Otherwise, allow yourselves to gently deepen into those flexors of your forearms. One more out of breath. And then as you come back to neutral, flip those hands so fingertips are pointing forward. Fingers are nice and wide. Take a moment, just rock the body forward and back. So gentle rocking forward and back, keeping that belly pull into spine. And then when you're ready, we'll gently tuck those toes under, lift those knees, lift those hips, and find your down dog. Walking out those knees, alternate those knee bends. And again, pressing that floor away, lifting the sit bones to the sky, stretching the backs of those legs. And then pressing both heels down towards the floor, lifting those heels and lowering. Lifting and lowering. Continue to lift and lower those heels here, adjust the distance of the feet as you need. And keeping the feet just a little bit wider now, turning your feet to the left. Just keep the feet in this side plank position. Bend your knees and sink your hip, and then straighten the legs. Bend those knees, sinking that right hip, and straightening the legs. Just starting to find that little twist into the waist, continuing to stretch into that side body. And then you'll flip back to your downward dog feet, heels to the earth, hips to the sky, and then lift those heels and roll onto the outside edge of the left foot. So your feet, your toes are pointing to the right edge. You'll bend your knees, sink that left hip, and then straighten the legs. Bending those knees, and then straightening. Just think about those feet being in that side plank position, one foot in front of the other, toes are pointing to the right. Nice grip of those hands on your mat, couple more here. Getting a little funky, first thing for a Monday morning, flip back to your downward facing dog. Once you're right to the downward facing dog, big stretch through that chest, pulling that heart towards the thighs, letting the hips fall heavy. And then you'll gently lift the heels, lower the knees back to the mat, unravel the toes. Take your arms forward and start to melt that heart down. So as your heart melts to the floor, take a moment here. Weight is out of those wrists, heart is sinking to the earth. Breathe. As you take your heart melting pose, give yourself a moment. Give yourself a moment to breathe. Find your breath. And then we'll start to gently roll through to all fours. Knees are beneath the hips, wrists are beneath the shoulder. Take that right hand to the center of your mat. And then inhale, take that left arm up. And then exhale, gently rest on the back of the left shoulder, letting that head rest. Find that twist through the torso. Full breath in. All the way out. Pressing the floor away, left arm to the sky, inhale. And the left hand back to the floor, exhale. Place the hand to the center of the mat. And then inhale, that right arm up. And then exhale, rest on the back of that right shoulder. As the head rests, feel that stretch through the back of your ribs. Breathe into this torso. As we press that floor away, reach that right arm high. And land your right hand back to the floor. As the right hand lands, fingers are spread wide, tuck the toes under, inhale. Lift those hips back to your downward facing dog, exhale. Walk your feet now to the top of your mat. Bringing those thumbs to your elbows, fold into ragdoll. Feet press into the earth, top of the head falls heavy. You might even find a little sway of that upper body here. Start to just explore the breath, and even with that out breath, just acknowledging how you feel when you let all of that air go. So let's take a nice deep full breath in together. all the way out. And then you'll release those hands. With the knees soft, start to slowly roll up through those spines. Once you get to the top, let's bring those palms together at heart center. Roll the shoulders down and back. Crown of the head lengthens to the sky. Feel those feet now pressing firmly to the earth. Take a moment just to gently shut down the eyes. Acknowledge your presence. Acknowledge how you're feeling as you arrive to your mat this morning. It's a brand new day, brand new week. And allow yourself to arrive. So peel those eyes open. Inhale, take those arms wide and high. Palms pressed together. Exhale, you fold. Fingers to your shins. Lengthen your spine. Inhale. Release and fold. Exhale. Soften the knees, roll up through the spines, one segment at a time. Arms wide and high, inhale. Palms pressed together, bow forward, exhale. Fingers to the shins, lengthen your spine, inhale. Release and fold, exhale. Soften the knees, roll up through the spines, one segment at a time. Arms wide and high, inhale. Palms pressed together, bow forward, exhale. Fingers to the shins, lengthen your spine, inhale. Release and fold, exhale. This time as you soften the knees and roll up one segment at a time and bring your palms back to heart center. Once your hands arrive at heart center, take a moment with the eyes closed to feel the palms of your hands pressing into one another. Feel connection. Feel the energy from palm to palm. As you gently interlace the fingers, pointer finger will point up. Thumbs can stay long. Find your inhale, reach those arms high. Side bend to the right, exhale. Inhale, come back through center. Side bend to the left. Inhale back through center, side bend to the right. Inhale back through center, last time, side bend to the left. As you inhale back through center, release your hands. Palms face forward, shoulder blades down the length of your back. Spread those fingers. Feel the palms of your hands open wide here. Feet pressed to the earth, crown extends to the sky. Show up in this physical body as you are this morning. Broaden the collarbones. Spread the fingers. Just check in, because if we stand here and we're a little rounded and flumped and I guess fatigued already as our day begins, allow yourself to explore that feeling as you squeeze your shoulder blades together, broaden through the collarbones, zip and lift up that belly, flare through those fingers, crown to the sky, feet to the earth. Choose to show up. Choose to show up today. Drive those feet to the earth. Choose to show up. Choose to show up today. Find your inhale. Reach those arms above your head, palms pressed together, bow forward, exhale. Halfway lift, inhale. Plant your hands and step your feet back, high plank. Lower down to your knees, unravel your toes. Bending those elbows close to the body, lower your chest to the floor. Keep the elbows in, baby cobra. Inhale, lift the chest. Exhale and lower. Two more, inhale, lift the chest. Exhale and lower. Once more, inhale, lift the chest. Exhale and lower, tuck the toes, lift those hips. Downward facing dog. Having those feet hip distance apart, heels are down, hips are high. Find a full breath in, all the way out. As you lift the heels, turn those feet to the left. So find your side plank feet, bend your knees, dip your right chest, and then lift that right hip. So bending the knees, that hip drops, Straighten the leg, those hips lift. Allow yourselves to find this twist through that waist. Once more here. And then you come back to your downward dog, feet, heels down, hips high. Lift those hips, roll your feet now. So lift those heels, roll your feet so the toes are pointing to the right. Bend your knees, dip your left hip, straighten the legs. Bend the knees, dip that left hip, straighten the legs. 2 more here. Twisting into that waist, last time. And then flip back to your downward dog, feet, heels down, hips high, full breath in, all the way out. Walk those feet to the top of the mat, choose to show up today, drive those feet down, root those feet to rise, inhale, arms up, palms pressed together, exhale, you fold, halfway lift, inhale, plant your hands, step your feet back, high plank, pivot forward, lower through, chaturanga to the floor, unravel the toes, baby cobra, inhale, downward facing dog, exhale, full breath in, all the way out. Walk those feet to the top of the mat. Feet hip distance apart, knees soft, roll up through the spine. Bring those palms together, heart center. Soften the shoulders from the ears, lengthen the neck, crown to the sky. Feet to the earth. Feel the palms pressing together. Take a moment, take inventory. Allow yourselves a moment to feel. Full breath in. All the way out. Peel those eyes open. Open the arms here, cactus arms. Inhale. Lift the chest, lift the chin. Hands to heart, exhale. Inhale, lift the chest, lift the chin, open the arms. Exhale, hands to heart. 3 more. Inhale, lift the chest, lift the chin. Exhale, hands to heart. 2 more. Feel those shoulder blades squeeze together back behind you. Exhale to the heart. Once more. Inhale, lift. Exhale to the heart. Sweep the arms wide and high. Inhale. Palms pressed together, bow forward. Exhale. Halfway lift. Inhale. Plant your hands, step your feet back, high plank. Pivot forward, lower through, chaturanga to the floor. Unravel the toes, baby cobra. Inhale. Child's pose. Exhale. Allow your bottoms to rest to your heel. Feel those fingers spread wide. Stay active in your shape here. Pads of the fingers resting to the floor. Hips are pulling to those heels. Take a moment here in your child's pose. Breathe. Breathe into your body. From Bob Proctor this morning, change is inevitable, but personal growth is a choice. You have the power to decide whether you let the challenges and changes in your life empower you or disempower you. Change is inevitable, but personal growth is a choice. Are you empowered this morning? Breathe that into your body. Full breath in. All the way out. Roll through all fours. Step 1 leg at a time back. High plank. Belly to your spine. Press that floor away. Flexing through those thighs. Find your breath. Take your inhale. Lift those hips to the sky. Down dog. Exhale. Lift your heels. Roll your feet so your toes are pointing to the left. This time, if you choose, as you bend your knees, you can lift that left arm up and then straighten the legs and shoot that left arm overhead. Bend your knees, pull that elbow in, straighten the legs, reach the left arm overhead. 2 more here. Bend and reach. Bend and reach. Flip back. High plank. Are you empowered this morning, my friends? Let's lift those heels and roll those feet so toes are pointing to the right. As you bend your knees, you can reach that right arm up and then straighten those legs, reach that right arm overhead. Inhale, bend the knees, pull the elbow in. Exhale, reach it over. Inhale, bend the knees, pull it in. And reach. A couple more here. Find your breath. Last time. Reach it overhead and flip back to your downward facing dog. Heels are down, hips are high, full breath in. All the way out. Walk those feet to the top of the mat. Ragdoll, thumbs to elbows, head falls heavy. Feet press firmly to the earth, head falls heavy. Sit bones lifting to the sky, folding from the waist. Again, in ragdoll, focus a little more on the traction of those shoulders, not just the stretch in the backs of those thighs. Let almost your thumbs, as they rest in the creases of the elbows, to pull those arms a little more towards the floor. Full breath in. All the way out. Release those hands. Knees soft, roll up through the spine, one segment at a time. Inhale, take those arms high, palms pressed together. Exhale, you fold. Halfway lift. Inhale. Right leg steps back. Lower that right knee down. Unravel those back toes. Keep the right hand on the floor. Take that left arm to the sky. Find the breath. Press the floor away through that right hand. Reach that left arm high. Sink those hips towards the floor. Find your breath. As you gently release, left hand, frame out that left foot. Tuck the toes of the back foot. Find your high plank. Slide your left leg back. You pivot forward. Lower through chaturanga to the floor. Unravel the toes. Baby cobra. Inhale. To downward facing dog. Exhale. Walk the feet to the top of your mat. Feet hip distance apart. Knees soft, roll up through the spines. Inhale, take those arms high, lift the chest. Exhale, you fold. Halfway lift, inhale. Left leg steps back, lower the back knee. Unravel the back toes. Left hand to the floor, right arm to the sky. Sinking those hips, finding your breath. Pressing the floor away through the palm of that left hand. Feel the activity as you choose to show up today. Sinking those hips, reaching the fingertips. Find your inhale. Frame out the front foot, high plank, right foot slides back, exhale. Pivot forward and lower through, chaturanga to the floor. Unravel the toes, baby cobra, lift your chest. Exhale, tuck those toes, downward facing dog. Heels down, hips high, full breath in. All the way out. As you pick up your heels, turn your feet to the left, bend your knees and lift that left arm. When you're ready, straighten the legs, shoot that left arm overhead, hang out here. So side plank. If some of you need to lower that bottom knee down, you can. Press that floor away. Lengthen into side body, strengthen into the underside of the body. Find your inhale. Come back through to high plank. Exhale. Pressing that floor away. As you turn your feet to the right, take that right arm up, bend the knees, bend the elbows. And then when you're ready, lengthen the legs, shoot that right arm overhead. Big side stretch, pressing the floor away through that left hand, strong in the underside of the body. Option to lower the bottom knee down if you need. Come back to high plank. Once you arrive here, lower the knees, unravel the toes, bottoms to your heels, child's pose. Let your hands sweep by your side, coming to your feet. Let your shoulders relax, let your elbows relax, let your forehead rest to the floor. What does it mean to feel empowered? When you hear the word empowered, what does that look like? Even here at this moment, visualize an empowered version of yourself. What does she look like? What does she wear? What does she eat? How does she show up? I am empowered. Find that, think that, feel that. Sweep your arms forward. Roll back to all fours. Tuck the toes under, inhale. Lift your hips, downward facing dog, exhale. Walk your feet to the top of the mat. Feet with distance, soften the knees, roll up. Inhale, reach those arms high. Palms press together. Exhale, you fold. Halfway lift. Inhale. Right leg steps back. Crescent lunge, you rise. Arms to the sky. Left knee lunging, option to bend the back knee if you need to. Interlace your fingers and take the hands to cup the back of your head. Elbows are nice and wide. So allow yourselves to sink a little deeper into your lunge, hips pressing to the earth as you gently lift your chest. Baby back bend here, elbows wide. Squeeze the shoulder blades together. Find your breath. Take your inhale. Release the hands, arms become wings as you pivot forward, load into that front leg. Keep the front knee bent and just gently hover that back foot from the floor. So keep that front knee bent, keep the arms wide, palms face down. As you land the back foot, crescent lunge, inhale. Warrior two, open wide, exhale. Peaceful warrior, right hand to the small of the back. Inhale, reach that left arm overhead. Extended side angle, elbow to knee, right arm reaches forward. Frame out that front foot, low lunge, land your back knee. Unravel the back toes, sweep the arms forward and up. Interlace the hands and cup the back of the head. Sinking the hips forward and down, lift the chest, lift the chin, keep the elbows wide. Find your breath. As you gently release those hands to the floor, half split, pull those hips back, lift your toes. Breathe. Full breath in. All the way out. Lunge that front knee, tuck the toes of the back foot. Frame out the front foot, high plank. Left foot slides back. You can lower down to the knees if you choose, or stay on the toes, pivot forward, lower through each other. Okay. Unravel the toes, baby cobra, lift the chest. Exhale, tuck the toes, downward facing dog. Heels down, hips high. Adjust them if you need. Whoo, big breath. Walk the feet to the top of the mat. Feet hip distance apart, knees soft, roll on up. Inhale, take those arms high, palms pressed together. Exhale, you fold. Halfway lift. Inhale, left leg back, crescent lunge, you rise. So again, option to bend the back knee if you need to. Option to deepen the lunge, sliding the back foot further back. Front knee stacking above front ankle. Gaze is steady, find your breath. Interlace the fingers if you can and place them behind your head. Keep the elbows nice and wide. Sink a little deeper into your lunge. Option to then find some extension, lift the chest. Feel that heart open, feel the shoulder blades squeeze together. Breathe. As you slowly release the hands, find those wings. Keep the front knee in that little lunge as you just load into the front foot and then hover that back foot from the floor. Gaze is steady. Heart is open. Breathe. As you land that back foot, crescent lunge. Inhale, arms up. Warrior two. Exhale. Left hand small of the back, peaceful warrior. Inhale. Extended side angle, elbow to knee, left arm overhead. As As we frame out that front foot, lower the back knee down, not quite there. Unravel the toes, sweep those arms forward and up. Interlace the fingers, cup the back of your head. So again, elbows wide, squeeze the shoulder blades together, gently lift your chest. Sink those hips. Find your breath. As we slowly release those hands, half split, frame out the front foot, pull your hips back with those toes. Breathe. Lunge that front knee, now high plank, tuck the toes, lift the knee, slide that right leg back. From your high plank, pressing that floor away, turn your feet to the left, take your side plank, open, reach that left arm, press that floor away. Find your breath. Take that left arm overhead, lifting those hips. Breathe. Come back through to high plank. From your high plank, turn those feet to the right, side plank. Press the floor away through that left hand, reach the right arm up. Taking that right arm overhead, lifting those hips. Big stretch. Come back through to your high plank. Once you arrive here, lower the knees, unravel the toes, bottoms to your heels. Walk those hands a big step to the left. Reach with that right arm. Breathe. Back through center. Walk those hands a big step to the right. Reach with the left arm. Breathe. As you slowly come back through center, fingertips are pulling forward, tailbone reaching backwards, stretch into that side body. As we roll through to all fours, tuck the toes under, inhale. Lift those hips, down dog, exhale. Feet wide, so we can lift the heels and turn your feet to the left. Bend your knees and lift that left arm. Right hip drops. Straighten the leg and reach that left arm overhead. If you can now, my friends, we take that left foot to the top of your mat. Pivot onto the balls of the toes of the back foot. You rise. Crescent lunge. You rise. Interlace those fingers behind your head, elbows wide, lift your chest. Release the hands, find your wings. You lean into that front foot, keep the front knee bent, up your back leg. Heart open, gaze steady. Land your back foot, crescent lunge, inhale. Warrior two, exhale. Peaceful warrior, inhale. Extended side angle, exhale. Reverse triangle, straighten the front leg, left arm overhead. Trikonasana triangle pose, left hand to shin, right arm to the sky. Open through the chest. Breathe. Pyramid pose or head to knee, fingertips to the floor or to your shin. Fold gently over that front leg. Breathe. As you now pivot onto the balls of the toes of the back foot, low lunge, bending both knees, lower the back knee to the floor. Unravel the toes, sweep the arms forward and up. Interlace the hands behind your head, elbows wide, chest lift, hips sink. Release the hands to the floor, half split, hips pull back, toes lift. Breathe. And as you lunge that front knee, this time to your three-legged dog, tuck the toes, sweep that left leg all the way back, kick it high, bend your left knee and twist that left hip open. Option to stay here in your scorpion or flip it all the way. Bend the knees, sink the hips, Then lift the hips, open the heart. Bend the knees, let that elbow bend. Lower those hips, and then lift the hips, open. Bend and straighten. Once more, bend and straighten. Hold here, open. Breathe. Flip on back. Downward facing dog. Good morning. Full breath in. All the way out. Pick up the heels, turn those feet to the right. Bend your knees. Lift that right arm. Shoot that arm overhead, straighten your legs. Bend your knees. Straighten the arms, straighten the legs. And then when you're ready, top leg comes, so your right leg to the top of your mat. Pivot onto the balls of the toes of the back foot. You rise. Crescent lunge. Arrive. Interlace the fingers, cup the back of your head, elbows wide. Lift your chest. Breathe. Find your inhale. Release the hands to wings. Keep the front knee slightly bent as you pick up your back leg. Loading into that front leg, heart open, gaze steady. Land your back foot. Crescent lunge. You rise, inhale. Warrior two, open wide, exhale. Peaceful warrior, inhale. Extended side angle, exhale. Reverse triangle, straighten the front leg, reach that right arm over. Trikonasana triangle pose, right hand to rest at the shin or slide to the instep of that front foot. Rotate from the waist, then the ribs and the chest. Looking up or down, wherever is good for your neck. Breathe. Head to knee, fold over that front leg, either fingertips to the floor or resting on the shin. Find your breath. Pivot onto the balls of the toes of the back foot, lower the back knee to the floor. Unravel the toes, sweep those arms forward and up. Interlace the fingers, elbows wide, lift the chest. Open the heart, elbows wide, shoulder blades squeeze together. As you release the hands, frame out the front foot. Half split, hips pull back. Heart pulls forward, toes lift. Breathe. As you lunge that front knee, downward facing dog, but your three-legged dog, slide that right leg back to pigeon, bend your knee, open that right hip, option to stay here, or land that back foot, bend your knees, elbow bent, then straighten the legs, reach the arm over. Bend your knees, bend your elbow, and then straighten, press away. Bend and straighten. Once more, bend, and then lift, open, breathe. Flip on back, downward facing dog. Heels are down, hips are high, full breath in. All the way out. Pick up the heels, lower the knees, unravel the toes, child's pose. Let your elbows soften now. Let your palms stack, let your forehead rest on those hands. Take a moment, breathe into this body. Full breath in. All the way out. So good, my friends. We choose to show up. We choose to come to our mat each morning. We allow ourselves to move. We allow ourselves to breathe. We give ourselves choice once we're here. Your choice this morning is to show up today. Show up empowered. Full breath in. All the way out. Empowered by those inevitable challenges and changes that do occur in our life. Breathe. Slide those hands forward. Come through to all fours. Tuck your toes in. Lift your hips and let the yoga move through your body. Breathe. Walk your feet to the top of your mat. Feet hip distance apart. Ragdoll. Thumbs to elbows. Breathe. Breathe. Release your hands. Soften your knees. Roll up. Bring your palms together, heart center. What did we speak about yesterday? Those uncomfortable and challenging feeling states in the body. We open our heart and lean in. Inhale, open your heart, lift your chest. Exhale, hands to the heart. Inhale, open. Exhale to the heart. 2 more. Full breath in. All the way out. When you're ready, inhale, take those arms high. Palms pressed together, exhale, you fold. We gently rinse this practice through our body. Halfway lift, inhale. Plant your hands, step back, high plank. Lower down to those knees, unravel the toes and lower through chaturanga to the earth. Baby cobra, lift your chest. Downward facing dog, exhale. Nice big full breath in. All the way out. Walk those feet to the top of your mat. Cross those feet over. Sit your bottoms down. Take a moment. I'm all good. Grab a drink if you need to. And then when you're ready, we're going to slowly lower back to our backs. It is the anniversary of Black Saturday today. So just breathe. Bring the soles of your feet together, let the knees fall wide, breathe. One more big breath. I choose to show up today. I choose to show up today. Bring your knees to hip distance apart, feet flat. Let's take that bridge, my friends. Drive those feet to the floor. Lift those hips to the sky. Interlace the fingers beneath you. And as you do, drive the feet down, lift the hips high, bring the chin away from your chest. Breathe. Feel those feet ground to the earth. Lift those hips to the sky. Feel the shape in your body. Open your heart and lean in. As you slowly lower those hips back to the floor. Run your legs long, toes are pointed. Hands beneath you, palms face down. Alrighty, let's fish pose. Palms are down, toes are pointed. Now, if fish is not good for your neck, you come back to bridge. Open our heart and lean in. Bend the elbows. Lift the chest. Let the top of the head hover from the floor. Find your breath. Chin towards your chest and slowly lower back down. Open your heart and lean in. Transform the energy. Feet hip distance apart, knees bent. Option to bridge, option to fish, option to wheel. Fingertips to the tops of those shoulders. As you press the floor away, lifting the hips, you might then come to the top of your head, adjust your hands, press the floor away. Try and straighten the arms best you can, reaching the heart between those elbows. Find your breath. And ever so slowly, come out of your chosen pose. Give yourself a squeeze. Pull those knees into your chest. What a practice this morning, yoga. Float those legs to tabletop. Arms out into a T. Let your knees fall to the left. Just allow yourself to just let the yoga shift and move whatever needs to shift and move. Different mornings, different days, different times, different things will show up for each one of us. Allow yourself to just explore, to open our heart and lean into some of those more uncomfortable feeling states in the body. It gives you that opportunity then to surrender to them, to let go, and to transform that energy. To transform that energy, because change is inevitable. Personal growth is a choice. We leave our mat this morning feeling a little more empowered by the change that has occurred in our lives. Flow that top leg back through center, followed by the bottom leg. Let those knees fall to the right. Twist into that waist, breathe into your body. And then you'll start to slowly, mindfully bring that top leg back through center, followed by the bottom leg. Lower those feet to the floor. Gently lift and lower those hips. Take your time. Let's find a comfortable shavasana. Let those feet fall nice and wide. Let those hands fall nice and wide. Adjust the upper back foot so the shoulder blades feel flat. And just let yourselves now be in the energy of your body. Whenever you feel any grumblings or those subtle irritations or discomfort of some of those feeling states that are hard to be with, open your heart and lean in. Continue to breathe. Take time to let go and surrender, allowing that energy to transform. Letting the weight of your head fall heavy. Letting your eyes sink heavy. Letting the jaw of your mouth relax. The muscles of your face soften. The tongue rests in the floor of the mouth. Your throat's relaxed. Any residual tension in the neck and shoulders now melts away. Your arms, your hands, your fingers and thumbs relax. And just notice the rise and fall of your breath in your torso. And letting the weight of your hips fall heavy. Your thighs, your knees, your calves, your feet and your toes. Letting the entire weight of that physical body take a moment to rest. Choose to connect with your higher power. Choose to connect with your higher power to guide you through this process of change and receiving. You grow stronger every day because you trust the energy that sustains you. Choose to connect with your higher power to guide you through this process of change and receiving. You grow stronger every day because you trust the energy that sustains you. In your own time, start to bring awareness back to that body as one hand comes to your heart, one hand comes to your belly. Just feel the connection of your hands. That inner healer in the palms of your hands as it makes contact with your body. As you take a nice deep full breath in, all the way out. And then in your own time, allow yourselves to gently roll to your preferred side. As you roll to your side, take your time ever so gently. Rise up because we do. We choose to show up. Allow yourselves to sit comfortably. Bring length to your spine. Crown of the head to the sky. Soft in the shoulders. The power of yoga. This is why I practice yoga. Full breath in. All the way out. As you bring your palms together at heart center, I thank you this morning for holding space for me. I thank you this morning for showing up, for choosing to show up. Remember, change is inevitable. May you feel empowered by your change. Allow yourselves to grow stronger. Grow stronger as we trust in the guidance of a higher source. Bow your head towards your heart. Allow yourself to be guided. Allow yourself this moment now in prayer and or in positive affirmation. Allow yourself this quiet moment. Just you and that intuitive mind. As the light in me honors and sees the light shining in and from you all. Have a day of feeling present and empowered. Empowered by your change. Personal growth is a choice. May we choose to step in to that empowered feeling today. Namaste. Thank you guys. Juzzy. Again, didn't realize all that was there, but it is. We've all got it. So I share my vulnerabilities with you. So I hope that you too can always share whatever it is that you have experienced in this life. And we let yoga move the stuff. We allow ourselves to show up each day, show up together. Thanks for showing up today. Mwah. Chat is staying open in the comments. Feel free. See you soon, guys. Bye.